Problem 14. Which of the following integers cannot be written as the sum of 4 consecutive odd integers? Now, what makes an odd integer odd? Well, an odd integer is just 2n plus 1. That's the definition of an odd integer, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. So if this represents an odd integer, then what can we say? We can say that we have 4 consecutive odd integers. How do we write down the general term for the 4 odd numbers? Well, give yourself an example. We have 1, 3, 5, 7. You know this on top of your head that this is consecutive. They all differ by a difference of 2. So if this holds, then it must hold for 2n plus 1, the general case as well. So the first term is 2n plus 1. Then it becomes 2n plus 1 plus 2, which is plus 3. Then it becomes 2n plus 5. Then it becomes 2n plus 7. These are consecutive. So the sum of all of this should give me what? That should give me 2n times 4 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, which is the same thing as 8n plus the first term plus the last term times 4 divided by 2, which is 8n plus 8 times 2, which is 8n plus 16. That is the sum. And we're trying to find that which of the following integers cannot be written as the sum. So which means which one of these terms cannot be written as 8n plus 16, where n is some constant? Well, let's try it. 8n, let's set it equal, plus 16 is equal to 16. Well, n is equal to 0. If n can be equal to a whole number like 0, then that means, yes, 16 can be written as the sum of consecutive odd integers. In this case, it would be what? It would be 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. What do we get? We get 4 plus 12 gets 16. So the idea here is, if I can get n to be equal to a whole number like 0, then it cannot be a possible solution. So 16 gets eliminated. Let's assume 8n plus 16 is equal to 40. Well, 8n would therefore equal to 4, 3, 24. N is equal to 3. That is a whole number, so we cannot have B. What about 72? 8n plus 16 is 72. So 8n is equal to 656. And, well, 7 times 8 is equal to 56. So that means n is equal to 7. So 72 won't work either. What about 100? 8n plus 16 is 100. Well, 8n is equal to 84, which doesn't work. So your final answer will be choice D. But to make sure, let's do choice E. 8n plus 16 is equal to 200. So 8n must be equal to 431. No, what am I doing? 184. Right? Make sure you get your arithmetic right. 184. N would be equal to, if we put a 2 here, 16, 24, 3. So n is 23. So that won't work either. So our final answer is indeed D.